Hi, Nancy. I see you're trying to connect your audio, so you might not hear me just yet. I keep getting kicked out. Hi, BB. Welcome, welcome. This is Barre Sculpt. Hello. Not sure what's going on here. I keep getting kicked out, so let's try this again. All right. Go ahead and come to a standing position, knees up. Nice warm up here. Core is engaged. Really using your lower abs to get your knees nice and high. Keeping it going. Let me record this session. Oh, sorry, recording. All right, from a standing position, knees up. So for today's class, a set of light weights. Keeping it going, knees up. And then from a standing position, alternating, same arm, same leg, long reaches, lengthening that side body, reaching opposite directions. Keeping it going. Let's do one more on each side. And from a standing position, a hip opener over to a side lunge. Chin and chest stays nice and lifted. Really in that knee high, up and over. Beautiful. Let's do one more on each side here. And then staying low in your squat, feet are wide, your hips, toes slightly turned out. Reach your arms out by your side, squat down low, reach down, tapping the opposite inside ankle. Controlled movements here. Last one, staying low in your squat, arms forward in a windmill motion, chest is lifted. And then reverse the direction. Shoulders remain stacked over your hips. And then slightly hinge forward at the waist. Give yourself a nice big hug and then squeeze your shoulder blades together as you open the arms up towards the ceiling. And then coming on down to a runner's lunge, left leg forward, pressing into that left knee, opening up your right hip, chin and chest stays lifted. Draw your hips back as you straighten that front left leg, maybe point flex or circle out your left ankle. And then just switching sides, left leg steps back, right leg steps forward, full bend into that right knee, not letting it pass your toes, opening up your left hip on this side. So from an upright position, draw your hips back, straighten that front right leg, maybe point flex, maybe a circle out that ankle. Come on up to standing, roll your shoulder blades back, roll your shoulder blades forward. And if you missed it, no worries. We are just getting started with our warm-up set of light weights. If you'd like, everything is totally optional. You can do everything with just your body weight as well. All right, grabbing one weight in each hand. We have right leg reverse extension, strong point through your toes, straight right leg with a reverse fly. Soft bend the elbows, palms are facing inward, slightly hinge forward at the waist. You can also work from a more upright position that hurts your back, holding onto a ledge or a bar, flexing the foot, and then just drawing the leg up and back, feeling that slight pinch in your lower glute, with or without the reverse chest fly, keeping it going, pointing or flexing the right toes, trying to keep the right leg nice and straight, soft bend in your standing left leg. We're gonna pulse that back leg in 13 seconds here. You got it. Power through, slightly hinging forward or working from an upright position, limiting your range of motion for 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hold that right leg lifted. Pulse it high from the highest spot. You can hold your arms out in an O shape, soft bend the elbows, palms facing inward. You can also have your hands to your hips, whatever helps you balance. Soft bend that staying left knee, really grounding through the sole of your entire left foot, holding that hinge forward or from a more upright position. Keep it going, little lift here. Core is nice and engaged, shoulders relaxed, draw your shoulders down from your ears, relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows. Keep it going. Almost there. Little pulses, trying to get that leg even higher, even straighter for 10. You got it. We have a side extension with the curtsy coming up in 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. Step right leg down. Maybe shake it out. Still with those weights in your hands if you're using them. From here, we have a right side extension with a curtsy, working that right side with a hammer curl. So right side leg extension, curtsy with a hammer curl. Palms are facing inward. Keeping it going. You got this. Moving with control. You got it. Beautiful. I can see you all across the screen. I love it. Right side extension, curtsy with the hammer curl. Keeping it going. Chest is lifted. Almost there. Working that right side. So really planting, grounding through your left leg. Last 10. Almost there. Palms are facing inward for a hammer curl with your curtsy. Last one. Shake it out. Now we have that right leg still working towards the front. From here, we have our palms on our shoulders, palms facing in, straight leg raised and lower, flexing that foot. Still grounding through that left leg. Don't worry, we'll work that left side next. Keep it going. Raise and lower. Palms are facing inward, shoulder press with a straight leg raise and lower. Core is engaged, really using your lower abs to draw your leg even higher. Soft bend and you're standing left knee, flex your right foot. You got this. Keep it going. Almost there. Core is nice and engaged. You all look amazing. Great work. 10 seconds to go. Then we're going to hold that right leg lifted forward. Keep it going for 3, 2, and 1. Hold that right leg. You can keep your hands to your shoulders or keep them raised, whatever you prefer. From here, flex the foot, bend and extend that right leg. Just a tiny little bend, and then extend the leg straight. Still keeping that soft bend, and you're staying left knee. Avoid locking out the knee. Maybe try to raise that right leg a little bit higher. Yes, feel that tension. Strong flex through your right foot. Core is nice and engaged. Using your lower abs, contracting them to keep that right knee nice and lifted. So you're not moving your thigh. You're not lowering and raising. You're keeping it as high as you can. And then from that highest point possible, just bending and extending into that right knee. You got this. Almost there. We're going to switch sides in 7. Yes, you can. Keep it going. Last 2 and 1. Shake it out. All right, we're going to do the exact same thing on the left side. So grounding through with your right leg, palms are facing in, soft bend your elbows. We have that left leg extension with a reverse chest fly. So really feeling that pinch in your lower left glute. Leg extend straight back, not out to the diagonal, not out to the side. We'll get there next. Slightly hinge forward at your waist, keeping that soft bend in your knees. Of course, you can always work from a more upright position, holding onto a ledge if you'd like, or a bar, and still extending that left leg back. Smaller range of motion if you're working more upright. You can get that deeper range of motion by hinging forward if it does not hurt your lower back. Keep your core nice and engaged to protect your back. Keep it going. Just like that, we've got 7 seconds, and we're going to hold that leg up for a pulse. Keep it going. Left leg lift and lower. Hold that left leg lifted nice and high. Little lift here. You're welcome to keep your knuckles in towards one another, keeping the elbows nice and wide for stability, a little bit more support there as well. You can also bring your hands to your hips. Gaze remains forward. Don't worry. I'll let you know what's coming up next. Find something to stare at. Keep it going. Soft bend in your elbows. You can also have your hands to your hips, trying to get that left leg even straighter, even higher, little pulses. Keep it going. If you have that left leg on the floor, just think about tensing through your left glute. You got it. Raise and lower, tiny little pulses here. Soft bend in that staying right knee, whether you are hinged slightly forward or working more from an upright position. Avoid locking out that right knee. Keep it going. Little pulses. We have that curtsy in 3, 2. Nice work. All right, shake it out. From here, palms are facing up this time for a bicep curl. Left leg extends out, curtsy lunge with a bicep curl. You lose your balance, that's okay. Just come back into it. You got this. Palms are facing upward. This time for a bicep curl with your curtsy. Just working that left leg. We argue the right side. You got it. Left leg side extension to a curtsy with the bicep curl. Almost there. Keep it going. So close. Left leg side extension. Shoulders remain stacked over your hips. And then coming into a left curtsy. Left leg comes back diagonal behind your right leg. Eyeing that bicep curl. We're going to work the top of the thigh in 3, 2, and 1. Come up to standing. Shake it out. I know it hurts. All right, from here we have an Arnold press. Palms are facing inward. We're going to press our palms up and away as we extend our left leg up. Raising that left leg. Keep it going. Core is engaged. Again, grounding through your right standing leg. Soft bend the knees. Maybe look down, check, make sure you have that soft bend. Add in that Arnold press if you would like. Core is engaged here. Using your lower abs to draw your leg up higher. Each time, getting higher than the time before. Keep it going. Palms in, palms out as you raise the arms and raise the legs. Beautiful work. You are on sync all across the screen. I love it. Keeping it going for 7. Then you guessed it. We're going to hold that left leg lifted as high as we can. Toes flex. All right, hold that left leg lifted. Just a tiny bend and extend. Taking any little bend you have in that left knee out. Keeping the left toes flexed. Still a soft bend in your standing right knee. Core is nice and engaged. Avoid letting your left leg lower. Keeping that left leg even high. Maybe readjust it. And then bend and extend again. You can have your arms in any placement, at your chest, up overhead, on your hips, whatever helps you balance. Keep it going. Tiny bend and extension behind the left knee here. 20 seconds to go. Almost there. Still going. Keeping it going. We've got some hip width squats coming up next. Last 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Go ahead and bring your feet hip width apart and parallel. Draw your elbows into your side. Palms are facing in, so you have a 90-degree shape with your arms. We're going to lift the arms as we come into a low squat. Chest stays lifted, so you're trying to stick your butt back. Imagine you're sitting in a chair behind you. Keeping it going. Beautiful work. Keeping that 90-degree bend in your elbows the entire time. Arms raised, arms lower. Beautiful work. Keeping it going. Gentle squat here. Feet are grounded through the floor. Almost there. Last 10. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Zip your legs together. Still your legs are parallel, so your feet are in line with one another. Palms are facing upward this time. Still in that 90-degree shape. From here, we have our narrow squat with our server arms. Palms are facing upward. Chest is lifted. Core is nice and engaged. Imagine you're serving someone cookies. Maybe on this warm day, depending on where you're at, some lemonade, keeping it going. Palms face upward, elbows in towards your sides as you stand up. Arms extend away from your body as you come into that low squat. Chest remains nice and lifted. Shoulders are stacked over your hips, pressing your bum back, coming into that squat. You got this. We're going to come into first position, heels together, toes apart, in the next 3, last 2, And 1. From here, go ahead and draw your heels together. Toes are apart, coming to first position. You can stay here on flat feet, or you can rise to low heels or tippy toes, but glue your heels back together. Soft bend the knees, soft bend the elbows, and we have alternating arm raises. If you want to add more of a balance challenge, come higher on your tippy toes. But if you are up on your toes, meaning that your heels are raised at any point, low or high, try to squeeze your heels out. You're going to feel it in your inner thighs a little bit more. Palms remain facing up, soft bend your elbows, alternating cross body raises. You got this. Working into that upper body, working to the outer corners of your chest muscles. Core is nice and engaged. We're going to add some movement here in 5, last 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and keep your hands to your hips. We're going to come into a wide second. So if you're widen your hips, toes slightly turned out. We're going to come into a squat. As we stand, we're going to draw that right leg up, squat, left leg up. So you're alternating, coming into a tree position by drawing your alternating opposite leg up. Maybe it comes to the ankle. Maybe it comes to your calf or your thigh. Avoid placing any weight on your standing knee. Keep it going. You can also keep the arms in a wide W position, palms face up. You want to add some upper body here for some wide bicep curls. Keeping it going. Last 10. Still going for 5. Beautiful work. Great persistence. You got it. Last 1. Go ahead and bring your feet hip width apart and parallel. Rise up onto your tippy toes and then bend your knees, holding that position so you're on your toes, heels are lifted, whether it's low or high. Nice low hips. We're going to alternate pressing the arms up. Palms are facing inward. If at any time this bothers your heels or your calf, you can just come on down to flat feet. Keeping it going. Core is nice and engaged. Shoulders remain stacked over your hips. Beautiful work. Keeping it going. Alternating overhead plus. Palms face in. Avoid letting your knees come towards one another, keeping them hip width apart. Last 10 here. Still going. Last 1. Go ahead and come on down to the floor. You can set one way off to the side. Coming onto your left knee, your left hand for an assisted side plank. We're going to draw our right arm overhead. Our right toes are straight and flat on the floor. We're going to draw our right leg up and our right arm down towards our leg. So it's almost like we're reaching our right fingertips towards our right toes. As we lift our right leg straight up, straight out from the hip, we're also simultaneously reaching our right fingertips down towards our toes. Keeping it going. Reaching for your toes. Right arm, right leg is moving. Just resting your left knee, left wrist on the ground. Core is engaged. Keeping it going. Tiny movements. Last 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bend your elbow. Hold that leg lifted. We have rainbows up and over. So imagine tapping in front of your left knee, raising that leg up, tapping the back behind your left toes, keeping it going, keeping the elbow nice and lifted. You guessed it. If you want to add some upper body work, you can also add in a tricep bend and extend of your top right arm. So your right leg is working as your right arm is also working. Core is nice and engaged, keeping your right hip directly stacked over your left. Keep it going, making that beautiful rainbow up and over. Almost there. You got the work. Last 10, and we're going to switch to the right side or the opposite side of what you were just doing. And 3, 2, and 1. Come on down to your right wrist, your right knee. Extend your left leg long, straight, point the toes. Left arm reaches up overhead. We're going to lift the left arm as we lift the left leg, reaching your left fingertips down towards your left toes. Core is nice and engaged. Keeping it going. Reach and lower. So you're drawing your left hand, left toes towards one another. Maybe they touch. Maybe they just come super close. Reaching, then gently tapping your left toes down and reaching your left arm up overhead. Enjoying that stretch as you extend your legs in opposite directions and then drawing them together, enjoying that left oblique crunch for 10. Last 5, just like this. And we have those rainbow arches up and over in 2 and 1. Keeping from the same position, keeping that left foot lifted, bending the left elbow. We have our rainbow legs up and over. Core is nice and engaged. Trying to get that left leg up nice and high. Maybe adding in that bend and extend of your left arm. Working that tricep as you simultaneously work the outer left leg, keeping it going. Of course, if at any time you need water, please grab it. You got this. You still got 22 seconds here. Rainbow arch up and over with a tricep bend and extend of your left leg. We're going to come laying onto our back next. You got it. Keep it going. Core is engaged for 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. Come lay onto your back. You can just go ahead and grab one weight in each hand. Lay on your back, drawing the soles of your feet together, making a butterfly with your knees. Arms are reaching high up overhead, palms are facing inward. We have a glute bridge, butterfly glute bridge with a skull crusher, working the outer corners of your glutes and still working those triceps. It's almost tank top season. It already feels like it with the warm weather we're getting. Keep it going. Skull crusher. Avoid hitting your head. Still going. Squeeze your glutes high as you draw your knuckles in towards your hairline. Last 10 here. We're going to work into some core next. Last 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and draw your knees to a tabletop position, knees directly over your hips, coming into a 90-degree bend. You can set the weight down with your left hand, left elbow wide behind the head. We're going to bend and extend that right leg. Your left leg stays bent at 90. So you have a single leg bicycle. Right leg extends long to a hover and then draws back to a tabletop. As that right leg comes to a hover, we're taking our right arm and reaching towards the outside of our left ankle, left knee, left calf, reaching for whatever you can. Your shoulder lifting high off the floor as you reach that right arm towards the outside of your left ankle. Just the right leg is moving here. Core is engaged for 10. Still going, still moving. Left leg not moving, just the right leg, right arm moves. Last 1. Bring both legs to a tabletop, both weight, one in each hand. Shoulders are tucked. We have bicycle legs with weighted arms. So same arm, same leg is moving. Keeping it going. Almost there. Lower back is pressed deep into the floor by engaging your core, drawing your navel deep into your spine. The lower your legs are, the more challenging it is. You can also raise your feet up towards the ceiling, drawing it more towards the diagonal. You can also rest your head if that gives you any discomfort in your neck. Keep it going. Bicycle legs. Working your lower abs here. Working the total core. Almost there. I didn't forget about the other side. We'll set the weight down in the next 3, 2, And one. Go ahead and draw your legs back to a tabletop, knees bent at 90, weight down to your right hand or elbow wide behind your head. From here, left leg extends, draws back in. As you get the momentum going with your left leg, incorporate extending your left arm to the outside of your right knee this time as you draw your left leg long to a hover. As you draw your left arm back, drawing your left leg back to a tabletop. So same arm, same leg is moving, reaching for the outer right ankle, the outer right calf, the knee, reaching for whatever you can. Still going, extending the left leg long to a hover, and then back in. Still moving. Last 10 here. Almost there. Lower back press into the floor. We're going to come over to a high plank in 2 and 1. Step both weights down. Go ahead and come over to the front side of your body. We have a high plank. You can also work from a tabletop position. If you're in that high plank, tucking your toes, and then we're going to press ourselves back to a bear crawl and then back to a high plank. So high plank position, back to a bear crawl. If you're working from a tabletop, from here, just tuck your toes and lift and gently release down your knees. Keeping it going wherever you're at, high plank or tabletop into a bear position by keeping your shins hovering. Last 10. Then we're going to hold it in that tabletop. And 3, 2, and 1. Gently releasing your knees down, knees directly under your hips, wrists are under your shoulders. From here, we're going to extend our right leg straight back, flexing the right foot, and then just raise and lower. You can stay on your wrist. You can also come down onto your forearms for a dolphin move. Wherever you're at, whether you have your wrist down a tabletop or your forearm down dolphin, engage your core, not allowing your belly to hammock down. Keep it going. Flexing the right toes, right leg raises and lowers, squeezing that glute, working your glutes one more time. Keep it going. Core is engaged, not allowing your back to arch or your belly to hammock down. Last 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and keep your right leg lifted. Bend your knee to 90 degrees. Keep that foot flexed. From here, we have a donkey kick, just donkey kicks. So keeping your right leg as high as you can. You can, of course, still work from a tabletop position, or you're welcome to bring your forearms down for a dolphin pose. Give your wrist a little bit of a break. Keep it going. Right knee nice and high, flex the foot. Imagine you're trying to stamp the sole of your right foot up towards the ceiling. Core is engaged. Gaze is down between your thumb and index finger. Just a lift and a lower. Last 10 here. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring your right knee in. Extend your right leg out to the right. So we have a straight right leg. You can bring your left forearm down, boxing out your right arm. From here, just a raise and a lower of your right leg. You can keep that right leg straight. You can also bend the knee. Keep it going. Right leg raise and lower. You want to make it a little bit more challenging. Don't lower your toe or your knee all the way to the ground. Keep that resistance on. Keep it going. Core is nice and engaged. Almost there. Still going. Still moving. Last 10 here. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Release that right leg down. Maybe shake it out. You guess. So we're going to do the exact same thing. It looks like keeping everything symmetrical. Extend your left leg back, flex the foot, straight left leg, and then just raise and lower. Core is engaged. So draw your navel deep into your spine, keeping your back nice and flat. You should not feel this in your lower back. You should feel it in your left glute. You can keep your wrist down. You can also come down onto your forearms for a dolphin move. Just resting that right knee, that right leg already did the work. Now it's time to do the same thing in the left side. Keeping it going. Just a raise and a lower of the left leg, straight left leg. Left toes are flexed. Keeping it going. We have donkey kicks in 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hold that left leg lifted. Keep the foot flexed, and then draw your knee to a bent 90 degrees from here. Keeping the toes flexed. Press up towards the ceiling. Same thing here as you did on the right side. Imagine you're stamping the sole of your left foot up towards the ceiling. You got the stamp of your right. Now you want the stamp of the left. Keep it going, pressing the left foot up towards the ceiling, even higher each time, keeping that left knee bent at 90. Core is engaged, whether you're in that dolphin pose with your forearms down or in a tabletop with your wrist directly under your shoulders. Keeping your back nice and engaged, flat back, core is engaged, pulling your navel into your spine. Keeping it going, donkey kicks up and lower. You'll be getting that right knee even higher each time for 7. Last 2 and 1. Bring that left leg down, maybe shake it out for a second, catch your breath. Draw your right arm down, keeping your left arm boxed out, and extend your left leg out to the side, straight left leg, and then raise and lower, working the outer pocket on the left side. You can, of course, have that left leg straight. You can also bend that knee. If you want to add a little bit more heat to that outer left pocket, don't lower your knee or your toes to the ground. Keep that resistance on. Keep it going. Still going. You are more than halfway through this move. You got it. You're so close. Avoid leaning into your right side. You want to keep that tension on your outer left hip pocket. We're going to come laying down onto our left side in 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. Draw that left leg in. Maybe move your hips from side to side. Come on down to the left side as quickly as you can. Imagine you're laying at the beach. You pop your head up with your left hand. Draw your knees into your chest and then lift your legs up. So legs are zipped. From here, we have a raised leg clamshell. Knees open, knees closed. Keeping your top right hip stacked directly over your bottom left. Maybe you look out over your hips and you can see your heels. You can see your toes. Keeping it going, working the inner outer side. Once more. You can also draw that right hand up to the ceiling if you're not wobbling forwards and backwards. Keeping your core engaged to keep your body nice and stable, keeping your right hip stacked directly over your left. We're going to lay onto our back and grab those weights in 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and grab your weights, one in each hand, lay onto your back. Zip your legs together up towards the ceiling. Strong point through the toes. Palms are up towards the ceiling. We have wide leg reach through, so extend your legs wide to a wide V as you draw your legs apart. Pull your hands, reaching up, crunching up, shoulders lifted, everything reaching, crunching further through. Lower back is pressed into the ground. Keeping it going. Shoulders lifted off the floor and then relaxing everything down as your toes come back to touch. Almost there. I did not forget about our other side. We'll lay on our right side next. You still have 10 seconds here. Keep it going. Wide V reach with the legs as you reach the arms through for 3, 2, and 1. Set both legs down. This time, quickly coming onto your right side, maybe propping your head up with your right hand, bend your knees in towards your chest, and then zip your legs together, drawing your toes up towards the ceiling, and then open and close, working the inner and outer thighs of that top left leg. Maybe looking down, making sure that your top left hip is stacked directly over your right. Your core is engaged, allowing you to keep moving without wobbling front to back. Still going. Almost there. We're going to come laying onto our back and lean back on our forearms. Last 10. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and come onto your back. Rolling back onto your forearms, your palms can be facing up or facing down. Draw your knees over your hips, tabletop position. We have alternating toe taps. So right toe tap, come back to center. Left toe tap, come back to center. Keeping it going. Your core is nice and engaged. Again, palms facing up, palms facing down. Reverse tabletop, alternating toe tap. You got this. Your core remains engaged. Almost there. We're going to hold our legs on the tabletop in less than 20 seconds here. Still going. Toe tap, alternating right to left, left to right. Keeping it going. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your legs to the tabletop. From here, just bending and extending your knees. So you're bending your knees, keeping the tabletop, and then extend your legs long, taking out any little bend that you had in your knees previously. Keeping it going. Not allowing your thighs to move. Your thighs stay completely still. Your knees are not moving, just bending and extending. So they're staying in the exact same place. Maybe point through the toes. Keeping it going. Just bend and extend. Moving the feet. Chest is lifted. Chin lifted off of your chest. Relaxing onto your forearms. Again, like we're relaxing at the beach. Keep it going. We have one final move before our stretch. Last one. Hold the legs straight, and then we're going to lower and raise. So lowering your legs to the lowest hover that you can without your lower back hurting. If it's just an inch or two, that is perfect. If you want to come all the way down, that is also okay. Keep it going. Just raise and lower. We're working into those lower abs, finishing up our core. So strong. You got it. Trying to keep the legs straight. Of course, you can have a micro bend in your knees, taking some of the pressure off your lower abs and your lower back. Relaxing on your forearms, straight or micro bend, leg raise and lower. 15 seconds to go. Yes, you can. You got this. Chin lifted off of your chest, shoulders relaxed. Relax your eyebrows, relax your forehead for 3, 2, and 1. Draw your knees into your chest, roll back, roll side to side for a nice lower back release. You did it. And then with your knees in towards your chest, rock and roll yourself forwards and backwards a few times, as many times as you need to before coming up to a seated position on your bum. Extend your right leg out to the side. Draw the sole of your left foot into your right leg. Point your right toes. Draw your right hand down to the inside of your right leg. Left arm reaches up overhead. Enjoying that stretch all down the left side body. And then on your next exhale, going to bring your left arm down, framing your right leg, bringing your nose to knee, heart to thigh. And then gently rolling up slowly. Extend your left leg long, strong point through your left toes, drawing the sole of your right foot into your left thigh. Bring your left arm down to the inside of your left leg. Right arm reaches up overhead. Chin and chest remain lifted, enjoying that length all down the right side body. On your next exhale, you're going to bring that right arm down, nose to knee, heart to thigh, framing your left leg. And then gently rolling up slowly. Draw the soles of your feet together for a butterfly shape. Maybe move your legs up and down. You can sit in a more upright position. You can also extend your legs a little bit further out, making that diamond shape with your legs. And place your hands under your calf and the palms of your hands on top of the shoelace portion of your feet. Lengthen your body and then draw your chin down towards your heels, your forehead towards your toes for a nice lower back stretch, but of course not forcing it. And then gently rolling up slowly. Roll the shoulder blades back, roll them forward. Come on up to a standing position as slow as you need to. Nice big inhale, feel wider than your hips. One more big inhale for good luck. Awesome work. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, my name is Amanda. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great rest of your day. See you all next week or on Friday.
Thank you so much. Bye.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Bibi. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was awesome.
You're very welcome.